and he opens his mouth and you can't understand a word he's saying. But it sounds nice. Kind of.
Yeah, he really, really loves me. It's crazy. Every day something awful happens to him. People around here call him double trouble.
That must be them.
Oh, it's them! I feel so funny. I'm cold all over.
It really is them this time. Come on, let's go. We should meet them at the door.
You think I may faint?
You think she'll recognize me?
I'm going to faint.
It's been 5 years.
The nursery!
Here we are. Mama, do you remember this room?
It's freezing in here. Hands are like ice. Kept your room exactly as you left it, Mama. The white and lavender one. The nursery. Oh, this house. This beautiful house. I slept in this room as a child and I feel like a child again. And Mario hasn't changed at all. Still looks like a nun. And Dunyasha, dear. Of course I remember you. The train. It was 2 hours late. What kind of efficiency is that, eh?
And my dog eats nuts. You say you're lying, but I don't think you converse.
I know what my line is. I thought I've always
Please
been told
continue.
she's leaving.
Just go.
I believe.
We've been waiting all night to see you. I didn't sleep the whole trip, but I've been up for 4 nights now. I'm freezing.
When you left, it was winter. It was snowing. And now look. must be almost 3. You should get some sleep, darling. That would be heaven. I beg pardon, may I intrude?
Yasha, I didn't recognize you. You got so different there in red.
I'm sorry. Who are you exactly?
When you left, I wasn't any higher than this. I'm Dinyasha. Don't you remember me? Dinyasha?
Oh, you sure turned out cute, didn't you? Now what happened?
Broke a saucer.
How isn't that lucky?
Someone should let Mama know Petty is here.
Told him to let him sleep.
Father died 6 years ago. And a month later, our little brother Grisha drowned. Sweet boy, he was only 7. That's why Mama left. She couldn't face it, just left and never came back. I understand exactly how she felt. I wish she knew that. And Petty Trufflemus was Grisha's tutor. He might remind her.
Mrs. will have a breakfast here. Is coffee ready? Where's the cream? Go get the cream. The nincompoop. I'm back from Paris now. They went to Paris in the old days too. Had to go wholly in buggy and carriage.
Beers? What are you talking about?
The missus is finally home. Go to see her at last. Now we can die happy.
How did it go again? I'm trying to remember. Yellow ball in the side pocket. Bank shot off the corner.
And right down in the center. Oh, sister, just think. When you and I were little, we used to sleep in this room. Now I'm almost 51. Strange, isn't it?
Time sure passes.
Say again?
I said time sure passes.
Who's wearing that cheap cologne?
Going to bed. Good night, Mama.
Oh, my darling angel. Are you glad you're home? I still can't quite believe we're here.
Good night, Uncle.
God bless you, dear. You're getting to look so much like your mother. Oh, Luba, she looks just like you did when you were her age. She really does.
She's tired to death.
Well, that's such a long trip.
Gentlemen, please, it's almost 3. Time you were going. Oh, Maria, you're just the same as ever. Just let me have my coffee and then we'll all be going. Oh, thank you, darling you. I've really gotten addicted to coffee. I drank it day and night. Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm gonna make sure they got everything unloaded. I just can't sit still. No, that's not the line. Wait a second. I can't believe I'm really here. I feel like jumping up and waving my arms in the air. It's so like a dream. I love this country. Really, I do. I started to cry every time I looked out the train windows. But I do need my coffee. Thank you, you old darling, you. I'm so glad you're still alive.
Day before yesterday.
He doesn't hear too well anymore.
Well, I've got to be off. I've got to be at Kharkov at 5. Really disappointed. I was looking forward to seeing you and talking to you. You look wonderful, just the way you always did.
Better than she always did. That Kara's outfit. She makes me feel young again.
Your brother here thinks I'm crude. Calls me a money grubber, but that doesn't bother me. He calls me whatever he likes. I just hope that you'll trust me the way you used to. My God, my father slaved to your father and your grandfather, but you treated me different. I'd forgotten all the things that you did. Me. The fact is, I love you like you were my family. More.
I just can't sit still. I'm not in the mood. I feel so happy I could die. I know I sound stupid. Go ahead and laugh. Dear old bookpiece. My little desk.
Did I tell you Nanny died while you were away?
Yes, you wrote me. God rest her.
And Stassi died too, and Patricia Kazoy quit and moved into town. Works at the police station now.
Dashenka! You remember Dashenka, my daughter? She sends her regards.
Well, I'd like to give you some really good news. Afraid there's no time to talk now. I've got to be off. I'll make it short. So, you haven't kept up your mortgage payments on your place here, and now they've foreclosed and your place is up for sale at auction. They've set a date already, August 22nd. But, don't you worry. You can rest easy, I've got a great idea. So, here's how it works. Your place here is 15 miles from town, and it's only a short drive from the train station. You want to divide the land and clear out the old land down by the cherry orchard, down by the river. Then you subdivide, lease the plots, and build vacation homes, and before you know it, you'll have $25,000 a year.
That's outrageous.
Excuse me, I don't think I quite understand.
You'll have at least 2,500 an acre. And if you start advertising right away, I swear to God, come spring, there won't be a single plot left. Don't you see what I'm saying? Your problems are over. Congratulations. Your location is terrific. The river is a real selling point. The only thing is you have to start clearing right away. The old buildings, this old house, for instance, it'll have to go. You can't get people to live in an old barn like this anymore, and you'll have to clear out the cherry orchard.
Cut down the cherry orchard. My dear man, I don't think you understand. Our cherry orchard is a landmark. It's famous for miles around.
The only thing famous about it is how big it is. You never get cherries. You get them once every 2 years, and even then you can't sell them. It's just not a commercial crop.
Our cherry orchard is mentioned in the encyclopedia.
Well, we have to think of something to do, and then do it. Otherwise, your cherry orchard, this house, and all the land with it will be sold at auction on August 22nd. Believe me, there just isn't any other way. I've thought this through. There just isn't.
Back in the old days, 40, 50 years ago, they used to make pickled cherries, preserved cherries, cherry jam, and sometimes
Just shut up.
Sometimes, they sent them off to Moscow by the wagon load. People paid a lot for them. Back then, the cherries were sweet and juicy. And they smelled just lovely. Back then, they knew how to make them.
Does anybody know how to fix them nowadays?
Nope. They all forgot.
Tell us about Paris. What was it like? Did you eat frogs? I ate crocodiles. Crocodiles? Really? What did you eat?
You see, it used to be that out here there were only landlords and poor farmers, but now there are summer people and they want summer homes. Every town Canada is surrounded by them. It's the coming thing. And maybe now they're just vacation homes, but before you know it, people will move out here. They'll put down roots, they'll create neighborhoods, and your cherry orchard will blossom and bear fruit once again, and even bring in a profit.
What an outrageous thing to say.
Mama, a couple of telegrams came for you. Here they are. They're from Paris. I'm through with Paris.
Luba, have you any idea how old this bookcase is? Last week, I opened the bottom drawer, and there was a date burned right into the wood. 100 years. This bookcase is exactly 100 years old. What do you even say to that, eh? We should have a birthday celebration. Well, I mean, of course it's an inanimate object. Any way you look at it. But still, well, I rejoice in your existence. For 100 years, you have borne the shining ideals of goodness and justice. 100 years have not deemed your silent summons to useful labor. To generations of our family, you have offered courage, a belief in a better future. You have instructed us in the ideals of goodness and social awareness.
Right. Well,
Oh, Lonya, you're still the same as ever.
A yellow ball in the side pocket. Fake shot off the center.
well, I've got to be off.
Isn't it perhaps time for your pills?
Well, no, dear lady. Never take pills. It won't do any good. It won't do any harm either. Here.
There. All gone.
Are you out of your mind? I've just taken all your pills for you.
What a lot.
He was here over the holiday. Ate half a crock of pickles.
What's he mumbling about? He's been going on like that for the past 3 years. We're used to it by now.
Carlota! I didn't get a chance to say hello.
So as you kiss my hand, next thing you'll want to kiss my elbow, then my shoulder.
Well, it isn't my lucky day. Carlota, show us a trick.
Yes, do, Carlota. Show us a trick.
Not now, I'm off to bed.
Well, good night. Well, I've got to be off. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Think over what I said. If you decide to do it, I'll take care of everything. I can get you a loan of 50,000 easily. Just think it over.
Can't
Seriously.
you please just go?
All right. I'm going.
What a bore. Excuse me, pardon, I forgot. That's Varia's boyfriend. He's going to marry our Varia.
Please, Uncle, you stop talking nonsense. Oh, but Varia, that's wonderful. He's a fine man.
One of the finest, in fact. The very finest. My Lishenka always says. She always says, well, she says a lot of things. Dear lady, I've always respected you so much. Could you lend me 240 rubles? It's a mortgage payment, you know. It's due by tomorrow.
We can't. We don't have any.
I'm afraid that's the truth. We haven't any money. It's all right. I never give up hope. Something will turn up tomorrow or the day after. One time I thought I was finished. I thought it was done for. A railroad would cut right across my land and paid me for it. You'll see. Something will turn up. This Deshenko will win 200,000 in the lottery. She just bought a ticket.
Well, the coffee's all gone. Might as well go to bed.
Wearing the wrong trousers. What am I supposed to do with you?
He's sleeping. It's not as cold as it was. The sun's coming up. Mama, look at the wonderful trees. Smell the perfume. The wood. And the oils are singing.
The whole orchard is white. You remember, Luba? The path that stretched on and on out like a ribbon? The way it used to shine in the moonlight? You remember, you haven't forgotten.
My childhood. My innocence. I slept in this room. I could look out over the whole orchard. And when I woke up in the morning, I was happy, and it all looked exactly the same as this. Nothing has changed. White, 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 all white. My whole orchard is white. Autumn was dark and drizzling, and winter was cold, but now you're young again, flowering with happiness. The angels of heaven have never abandoned you. If only I could shake off this weight I've been carrying for so long. If only I could forget my past.
Yes, and now they're going to chop down our orchard to pay our bills. Strange, isn't it?
Look, there in the orchard, it's Mother. Mother in her white dress.
Where?
Mama, God's sake.
It's all right, I was just imagining. There, to the right, by the path that leads to the summer house, that little white tree all bent over, looked just like a woman.